And we're back with Miles Edgeworth.
I'm literally getting Oreos.
I mean, cool. Come back when you've got your Oreos, I guess.
Well,
Weirdo. Right.
That was right.
And we're back
He's going to get Oreos.
with me. I'm Rob. We're doing Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations. I'm recording this shit. I'm Rob. You know me. I'm the best. We have Lawrence.
Ryan just left.
Ryan just left. We have Lawrence.
I already spoke.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
We have George.
Well, if you guys are the best, then I'm the worst. How about that?
And then we have
He's the most punchable right now.
That's okay.
Poor Iffy, man. Like, he's not getting his characters popping up, which is really sad.
Some of them got stolen, and Mike Meekins doesn't show up for the rest of this case, I don't think.
I mean, it's legitimately just been mostly you and Lawrence.
It's true.
I mean, and Ryan. Ryan's been here a lot. And
Ryan
George is now getting all of his lines.
Other protagonist.
It's fine. You get some shit later, but it's in this case even, but it's still. Anyway, that man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot, and the other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life. Oh god, and now Lang is missing.
Lang's here. Did he get his Oreos already?
He's not back from his Oreos anyway. I'll have to do this while he's gone. I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you?
Okay, Chaz Princeton.
Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think that it would turn to something so frightening.
How is your face still in one piece?
I don't know. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was?
If what she says is true...
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
You'd be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, Kay.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
What I mean is listen very carefully to her confession once more and you'll see.
The fuck is she on about?
That's right. She was like, "Ah, man, I totally killed him. I am for woe with me." Whatever.
We want to. We want more information on this because if Colin knew who she was, then why would he point his gun?
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
The gun. Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me?
Do you really think a father would... Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes.
I don't want to believe it myself.
But it's true, my father's left arm was raised with a gun in it.
Oh, here we go.
Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought.
Contradiction! Contradiction!
Contradiction alert. Contradiction alert. Please calm down and take a deep breath and prepare your ass for me to turn your contradiction upside down.
Yes, of course. I might have put the gun in his left-handed at me, aiming to shoot me dead. Well, we got two problems. I didn't skip your line. I just took it as the line.
Oh no, I know. I said I didn't. I noticed you didn't skip my line. I said I didn't even see what my line was.
Oh, fair enough.
I have here a dossier on your father. It says here, a total bitch, and I was also right-handed.
It says here, you a little bitch.
Then the person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course.
Lang says while eating an Oreo.
The bad badger has a model gun attached to his right hand. Which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Aiden, were you paying attention to what Miss Potts was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never stepped foot in the court to catch it.
Enough of the smugness. Out with it already.
Apparently not setting foot in a court is a soft spot for Agent Lang.
Miss Potts told us earlier.
There was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it.
According to you, the bad badger had a gun in his left hand. Which would mean that he was putting the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Potts?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the bad badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
But if that's the case, even I see there's a huge contradiction.
Yes, Miss Potts claims to have seen the bad badger, and yet the bad badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. They are both correct.
What?
That's what you just chose, Rob. Why
Impossible.
you
That
why
just leads
confused?
us to an irresolvable contradiction. What are you, high?
I mean, like, it just seems like a situation, like, clearly the bottom half of the costume was different.
Yeah. Miss Potts' entire statement rests on the fact that she saw her sunglasses and beard.
The thing is just the line of statement, so he goes, oh man, these are contradictory pieces of evidence, so one must be wrong.
I mean, there's also that tear in the costume.
Yeah, but he's saying, and one must be wrong, right?
Nope, both were correct.
But then he immediately says right afterwards, both are correct.
Both correct.
Bruh.
Bruh. What if that bad badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? What if he was completely butt naked?
Like, that line out of context kind of makes something Edgeworth. He's like having really gay thoughts about it.
This proves that there was a way for the bad badger to really use both his hands. Well, obviously the fact that there was a tear in the costume. Gun.
What's this?
Model gun. Well, but that works too. Oh, well, I guess that also works. The costume had two parts to them, a head and the body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Potts saw was probably the real head of the badger.
Because bear in mind, he was mentioning the pants, so he's trying to, like, guide us to the fact that there wasn't a bad badger bottom half, so it wasn't being ripped off.
Yeah. However, it is not possible that the body... However, is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger? The honey badger.
A different badger?
Yes, or to put it more bluntly, it was the lower half of this badger.
This is fucking badger mania right here.
Edgeworth knows that the honey badger doesn't give a fuck.
Would it be this one? Because we saw it put in the trash, right?
Probably that one.
I mean, let me actually... Oh, well, hit present. I can't check that.
Either that was the proto badger.
Yeah. It would have to be the proto badger, because my thing is still up there.
Yeah. Blue badger, hold on, let's see. Who wanted that? Oh, yeah, that's the problem, yeah, because
Hold on.
it had to be proto.
Whoops. Ow. Let's just strike that from the record.
It's just in Rob's a noob.
I am a bit of a fish, yes.
Yeah, I was only said blue badger, hold.
You said proto badger first, so...
Well, I said blue.
The
No,
heck is that?
the first thing that you came out of your mouth was proto badger.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. It's the proto badger.
Yes, and a simple matter of process information.
Process of formation.
Shut up. Miss Potts was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink badger, what the fuck do I need to tell you, is fucking obvious. All that is left is the proto badger costume. Miss Potts, who was the one who wore the proto badger costume?
That would be Lance.
Shit.
You're a murderer, you freaking loser. Are you saying what I think you are? That Lancimano donned the bad badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon. On top of which, he plotted to shoot Miss Phelps while wearing that hideous thing. I've heard it both ways.
The stage of setup in the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Potts into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Potts and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Says Mr. Spectacles.
Why exactly would I have had to do all of that, huh?
There's one reason, Lancivus. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
What?
No!
That's slander. Take it back. You need to take it back right now.
Okay, right, well, let's go into the elements of slander, considering that's a form of defamation. Oh, shit. There we go. Apparently I've fucked up the call now. I'm gonna have to reconnect. God fucking damn.
Rob.
See, this is what happens when he fucking memes.
Yeah, things happen. Right, so...
Muppet.
do you guys know, as a fun fact, what the elements of defamation are?
No.
Right, elements of defamation. It has to be to this person's, like, first of all, like, I believe in... Let's go with the Texas version of defamation, because that's where Ryan's from. Texas elements of defamation.
And welcome to the rest of the video.
Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Go say the lines.
He did say the line. I'm saying.
No,
I'm trying to point out
Continue.
that in Texas, he has to prove
Continue.
that Network is saying this knowing it was false.
Just out of curiosity, Lance, where is your dominant hand?
Okay, it's my left hand, but what does that have to do with anything?
I mean, therefore, we're supposed to say your middle hand.
That's how you know he's fucking slow. He could have just, like, if he was following the conversation, he would have just gone right-handed, duh.
It depends. According to Miss Porks, our attacker held a gun in his left hand.
Who is what-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you're just being absurd.
Isn't it significantly harder to use a gun in the wrong hand?
It's not like the Proto Badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right?
Jackson.
Oh, whoops. That was weird.
Of course, not thinking if he had been shot, he probably would have been here with us, and I would have been much more grateful for that. But I believe he had thought of that as well and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. Model gun.
This is how Lance made sure he would be able to hit the end bullet.
It's because the gun that comes with shoots blanks.
Yeah, that's what she gave her. We found one half of a bad battle costume in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the bad badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
Miss Porks, where is the gun you use now?
I threw it away into the sea.
You're a real disappointment, you know that? Anyways, I believe that we can safely assume it was the model gun in question.
I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure
Conjecture.
conjecture.
I admit that as long as the model gun isn't with us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high.
Mathematically, I'm more right than you are, bitch.
Okay, let's pretend that you're right, and the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
Ha! I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
Also, the random lag.
Is it?
Jesus.
Is it lagging that bad? I can replay.
Well, no, it's just randomly slowing down at times.
I can reset it up if you want.
What's up?
Maybe. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
No, don't worry
The
about
stream.
it. She saw the victim in the state of being restrained. If it becomes more of an issue, I'll let you know.
I see what the problem is. Hi, ping. Oh.
Yeah, like, it was like, yeah, like ping, yeah.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah. Yeah, it was only stuttery, like there were points in the line where it was stuttery.
It's because the ping was really high for some strange reason.
Yeah.
All I wish for Christmas is Rob to get decent internet.
I wish I had decent internet, but like, I don't know what's
And
happening.
now I cannot
You need decent internet so bad.
Yeah.
Rob, you know it's bad when I was like, hey, Rob, you want to come do some tags with us? No, man, I'm uploading. Can't.
Now, yeah, Rob needs to get better net, and I need to get a better PC.
Can you guys see this stream now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope it's going well. Just deal with it.
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made their escape. I mean, on the upside, anything laggy on your end doesn't pop up on my end.
So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
We thought that it would attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. What's your problem? What's your problem?
I have no problem.
No, Lawrence was just constantly murmuring.
As in, it was still lagging a bit. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Like I said, anything that happens on your end isn't coming up on mine, because I can hear you guys.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just continue, it's fine.
But then, I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. Which is all the time. He also stole a gun from me at the time.
Brian.
And then the murder happened.
The end.
Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pops saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at the time, wouldn't you agree?
No.
No.
Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account.
It's because she left first, right? So
Let's see what happens when I examine this in more detail.
Yeah.
I think Lance is trying to kill them both.
Maybe.
He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door.
You're sure that was Mr. Deacon you saw? No, that's me.
Yes, I am certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
And I claim that he's not confirmed it was Mr. Deacon himself.
Say again?
Right.
What?
What did you say?
Well, he's such a kind soul. Like, he just plotted his own kidnapping because he's in debt with Daddy's money.
It's true. Let's continue.
Such a kind soul, innocent baby boy.
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a Bad Badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. That just happened to be Mr. Deacon. Sorry, that just had to be Mr. Deacon.
You saw a Bad Badger head?
Well, that means that you obviously couldn't be.
It was us.
Maybe.
You have a thing to present, Rob.
No, it's fine. We have to press this.
Okay. So the time that Mr. Deacon was still in his Bad Badger costume.
Yes, and?
It would appear that she misread the whole situation. Well, now, shall I raise an objection? This bullshit.
Duh.
The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I'll tell you why not with this. This, Miss Potts, shows that the person you saw was not the victim. Miss Potts, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Uh-huh.
The person you actually saw was this person.
It was me, Austin! It was me! All along!
It was me!
Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me even after I had handed over the ransom?
Exclamation point.
It's not as though I saw the faces of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all, and that was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, I'm fucking pissed. And I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at the time. Well, Lance, am I right?
That's...
He turns Miss Potts, a person, named me with a bad badge's head on. And then made your cautionary escape together. Also, you pretended.
Huh? What do you mean he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape and then doubled back to the hideout. For me to come back and remove the bad badger head from my conscious self. And create his fake prison with the prop sword, then escaped via the passageway.
Hold your tongue, boy!
More.
Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
It kind of looks like Lance is holding onto his arm. Like some kind of, like, weird lover.
Defend me, I'll pay you more.
Tidal wave?
We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequential detainment.
There we go.
All of that could have happened while you were out cold.
That's right. You were cut for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
You were cut for quite a while. What?
I read it as a C because from the angle I'm looking at it, it looks like a C.
Jesus.
Even if that were the case, Miss Potts would have still been tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see, it would seem that you can't prove a thing.
Ah!
Ooh. Who said that?
Iffy!
Samano, Iffy. Iffy Amano.
Where's Iffy?
Ifrid!
What happened?
Ernest is here.
Ah, okay. Please wait.
Mr. Amano.
Which one?
Oh, Miles, my boy. It's been fucking years since I got to speak. And goddamn. Looks like you're really giving it your all, aren't you? Okay, and it's not good to cause trouble for others.
Daddy?
5. 3. Let's see. You're the one in charge of the investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. Smack him with a fat stack of bills later. This
But the
probably won't
bills-
make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you.
Oh, do you now?
Yes.
Look at that man.
But you met my friend, Mr. George Washington.
Is that right? It is. George Washington himself?
It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing, and a gun!
I went around for the police, so I went and found these myself. A fat stack of Benjamins. They were disposed of in the sea.
Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
I know you obey the law.
There. Calm your tits, right? Harrington Lang, please calm down.
What the heck is that scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Romano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
What?
The Chief of Police? What the? Who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh, there. Now, there's no need to be so upset.
I'm not a cop from this land.
And why the fuck do you have any authority here?
I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
That is not how laws work.
No.
If no one else gets to follow the laws, neither do I.
It wasn't meant to strong arm you into anything. It's just a request. 2069. Only asking that you please respect the laws of the land.
Did he go from 69 to fucking 42?
I had 29 to 22.
I went 420, 69.
I can't always to know that. However, returning to the topic at hand. It doesn't matter who found the evidence, the value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence.
I've already got the results back. -5. 2. Okay. I have a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with conducted tests. Verify that the blood on the costume belongs to Oliver. I don't know what the fucking Oliver is, but as for the gun, any fingerprints they could find were yours.
What?
Just point to me, Miles. Can't believe that you would. My son's such stress and heartache.
Your son is a bitch.
For this, I used my money to buy all the sandwiches in the nearest vicinity. Fuck you. Thank goodness. I was able to find the final piece of evidence.
And all those
And the
sandwiches.
This you'll have no sandwiches left to push your power. To push around my poor boy.
I said I wouldn't push anyone around if I had my sandwich, but you guys just keep taking one. We just have to keep doing this case. That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence.
The case-making, sandwich-taking pieces of evidence.
Ha! Aren't we the judge of that?
Alright, let's see.
Now, first up, model gun.
This one? Oh, this one. Oh, we can't even examine this, apparently.
What's that in the helmet?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's a glass shard. And what's this? This is like something inside the costume.
Ooh.
Hey, they sparkle! I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, that's pieces of a mirror. Why are they in here? And then the gun. And the bullet wound. This bullet hole.
It looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Wait, those burn marks were left by a gunpowder. is the most important fact.
Why is that? Because it means it was point blank.
Because it's proof that the victim was shot at point blank range. The gun. Could this gun be the actual murder weapon?
Revolver data.
There we go.
Oh, he's not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen.
They're not the most definitive piece of
I
evidence I've
can't
ever seen.
believe this dude bought evidence to try to save his son.
Rich, I have money, what do you expect?
Oh,
This
Dude's a fucking pussy.
George.
I can't read. Thank you, Daddy. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there.
Considering he went out of his way to spend all that money to fucking save his son, why didn't his son just fucking ask for $1 million?
Hey Lang,
I can't ask, I'm entitled.
you guys want to you want to flush this guy's head down the toilet? What are they called? Swirlies?
And see, I want to be like ruthless. I want to take both my hands, right? Grab onto those earrings on his ears, just rip them off.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time on Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. We'll see you around.
Have a good night if you're
Yeah,
sleeping.
almost done.
Yeah, finally. Jesus.
I think there's like two more. There'll probably be 2 more episodes to this.
Probably we'll end up starting the next case, definitely.
Probably 1 even.
Anyway, see you guys around.